What's going on, everybody? This is Lamar, and this is another political short. Today, I want to talk about the president's executive order. Yeah, so President Trump signed an executive order since Congress has been at a stalemate as it relates to extending the enhanced unemployment benefit. The amount that people were getting was $600 per week. Some people agree with that. Some people think it's excessive and unnecessary. But regardless of what side you're on, I think we need to examine the way our Congress is working, which is not working at all. They're supposed to be working for us, but they're not working for us. Rather, they are, again, at a stalemate and not getting anything done because of, I can't even tell you why. Can't even begin to tell you why. Because there's so many different reasons, and it's I think it's an absurdity that they're being paid by us, but we can't rely on them to get anything done. Okay, so this executive order that Trump signed, and there is still debate on the legitimacy of it, the legalities of it. My understanding, and I'll do more research on it because I haven't even gotten a clear answer from the larger media, mass media, is that this stuff can possibly go into effect. However, it can be challenged in court, perhaps. But I think what Trump is doing, whether you hate him or love him, he recognizes something that's going on in our nation, and he's talked about this during his campaign, is that we have a broken system. We have a swamp that needs to be drained of people that are in Washington for a little bit of time a year, and they're not getting anything done other than fattening their pockets and pandering to special interests. Okay, so he's taking it upon himself, which Obama did the same thing as well. Other presidents have, and it signed executive orders, basically which goes around Congress, which a lot of people don't think that's constitutional, but fight it in court. There's things that need to be done, and sometimes our commander-in-chief, our president, takes it upon themselves to make things happen without their consent. With that being said, he has proposed to put in place $400 versus the $6. The Senate Republicans were trying to $2. Democratic Republicans in the House wanted to keep it at $6, and Trump has met right in the middle and done $400 extra per week until the end of the year. In addition to that, he's also proposed deferring the payroll tax. You know, when you get your paycheck and there's a whole lot of folks on there that you don't know. There's some of them you know, Social Security, Medicare. Some people you say FICA. I'm not sure FICA's on there anymore. I don't remember the last time I actually looked at my paycheck stub, to be honest with you. But there's a lot of stuff on there, payroll taxes. He wants to defer those until the end of the year. That's good. That's not a bad deal, right? Many would agree that that's not a bad deal. However, if you examine it a little further, you see the word defer. What does defer mean? That means hold off until, pretty much. I don't have Webster's in front of me right now, but in layman's terms, hold off until. You don't have to pay it right now, but at some point you got to pay this thing. So he's already addressed that. Basically, what he's saying is, you don't have to pay any payroll taxes until the end of the year. What that does, put more money in your pockets right now while we're going through the pandemic. And they're expecting it to get worse towards the end of the year. So during this time, no payroll taxes, putting more money in your pocket in the interim. Would you all agree that's a good thing? Yeah. Now, the part, I don't know how you go about recouping those funds later on. I don't want a big lump sum pulled out of my check, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. So I'll research that a little further and share that with you guys. However, what he said, and he's being very transparent in his I don't even know what to call it. I don't want to be ugly. But he's working this like a mob boss. He's like, all right, this is what I'm gonna give y'all. However, if you re-elect me, and I'll make these cuts. I'll make permanent cuts to the payroll tax, meaning lower them, not get rid of them, from what I understand, but lowering them. I don't see you getting rid of those taxes. I don't think that'll ever happen. but lowering them. If you re-elect me, he's smart. He's an idiot, but he's smart. He's an idiot, but he's smart. How can you be both? He's an idiot, but he's smart. He's an idiot, but he's smart. Okay. When he talked about the art of the deal, while he's not the best businessman, he is a shrewd businessman, and he knows how to try to make deals that are going to be favorable for him to get what he wants. And right now, he wants to be reelected. Why? Because it strokes his ego. He is an extreme narcissist, right? He feels good being the most powerful man in the world, being the president, Donald J. Trump, right? He likes that. So whatever it takes to keep that power and continue to stroke that ego, he's gonna do it. And if it means giving you folks a little bit of something in exchange for your votes, here, take it. Here you go, take it. And what it does is it puts Biden and his folks, it puts the Democrats on their heels. Why? Because once Trump gives us these goodies, it's up to, if Biden wins, it's up to Biden to decide whether he's going to keep this going, continue to give us these goodies by making cuts, or to take things back to status quo and start pulling that money back out of our paychecks. It's very smart. I see what you're doing there, Donald. I see what you're doing. It's smart. You have to, any business person that knows finance, knows money, has to admire. I admire that little piece. It's interesting. And I want to go so far, I want to go a little further. Because Biden has a decision to make if Biden wins. And you know how I feel about Biden. Right now, Biden, I feel like he's losing it. He still behind as it relates to his cognitive health. I think that personally. Do I still want Biden to win? Yes, I do want Biden to win, because I would like for us to get back to some normalcy to some degree. Trump scares me a little bit. Now, when it comes to the economy, at all. Honestly, I think Trump's been very good. The Trump administration has been very good to me as far as the economy goes. Very good to me outside of the pandemic. But foreign policy, some other policies, things that he scares me in that regard. He scares me overall as it relates to how we deal with our enemies and our allies. Also, he tries to push his. He's acting as though he's a conservative, which he's really not. He's a liberal and a conservative. He just kind of floats wherever he needs to be to grease his pockets and stroke his ego. But some of his conservative policies are a little ultra conservative, and I'm not for the ultra conservative in certain social arenas, social areas. Okay, I'm more fiscally conservative than I am socially conservative. So that's just me personally. Again, everyone has to have their own personal interest on who they vote for and why. But overall, I would prefer to have the Biden get in there for half a term, and then his Vice President Kamala Harris or Susan Rice take over from there, and then be reelected in 2024, I think. All right. Anyway, so last thing before I say it, go ahead and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe real quick, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I do another video and talk about this Trump Biden stuff that's going on in the world, and COVID and everything else that's happening. Someone posted something on Facebook, and it said that, whoa, Trump's giving out stuff. Shoot, hey. And it was a little tongue-in-cheek, but I think there's definitely some truth in it as well. You're giving us stuff. You give us reparations. You give black folks reparations, you'll get my vote, right? And someone responded with, "I can't be bought. I don't care if he gives black folks reparations or not. I can't be bought. There's nothing I would do to vote for this racist and a whole bunch of other names they call them." And I wanted to address that. I think first of all, I think that response was very, I think it was stupid, for lack of a better word. Stupid, very stupid. I think that it's ridiculous if you are a person that allows your disdain for someone to supersede and not be able to receive something that's good for you or people as a whole. I don't care what the package looks like. I don't care who it's coming from. Who cares? Yeah, I don't care if who Medvedev or Putin or Castro or anybody. I don't care if anybody wanted to give me $1 million. You think I'm turning it down because of who it's coming from? No, absolutely not. Who else? Who's somebody else? Name anybody you can think of that's a horrible person. I can't think of any right now. But whoever. Am I going to turn down something that's good for me, that benefits me because of the package that it's being received from? So the fact that, or the notion that people want to turn down things or not interested in Trump doing things that are beneficial to the black community or to you as a person, even white folk, if you liberals, for instance, if you don't want to receive it just because of who it's coming from, I think that's lunacy. I think it's ridiculous. You have to be able to look past who the person is and receive it. I don't care what the reason for it is. I don't care that he's doing it for votes. You gonna give me reparations? Give them to me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Put them in my pocket. If you don't want yours, let me have his. I'll take your portion of cornbread and put it in my pocket if you don't want it because it's coming from Donald Trump. Okay? Thank you very much. Anyway, same thing with a lot of the stuff that what's the young lady? Candace Owens says a lot of things, and she goes above and beyond to make it sound crazy and to piss off black folks because she's a conservative young black lady, and black folks are typically not conservative. And she says a lot of things. She opens the window on a lot of problems within the black community, and she says them and addresses them in a harsh way sometimes. And kind of like a Rush Limbaugh, some of the shock jocks. They go above and beyond to shock you and get your attention, and it makes you hate them, and it makes you hate to love them, makes you hate to hate them, it makes you hate them overall. But they get the attention that they're looking for. But a lot of the things she says that are positive or that make sense or that are true and honest about our community and things that we need in our community, a lot of times a lot of people can't even hear it because of who she is and, again, the package that it's coming from. Candace Owens, there's nothing Candace Owens can say that some black people will even receive, even if it's honest or it makes sense as it relates to our people. I think we gotta get better. We gotta be better than that. We gotta do better than that. And that's all I got. This has been a political short. Again, don't forget, hit the notification button, hit subscribe so that you will be notified when I do another video and we can talk about it. I also want to hear from you in the comments. Go down there and tell me what you think. What are your thoughts on this? If you have questions about it, let's dive, let's dig, let's learn. This year, I'm vowing that we're going to be anyone that, as pastors say, under the sound of my voice, or any of my groups, or any of my pages, any subscribers I have, any followers, we're going to be the most educated than we've ever been as it relates to politics, government, and the way things work, all right? So let's do it. Until next time, I'm Lamar. This has been a political short. Peace out.